That's my mother name.
What's up guys, KDub175 back with another Pokemon Duel video, and just real quick guys, I don't even think I showed you guys this. We had the Queen's Cup a while back. and I did place in 13th. I came in 13th, only beaten out by 12 other people, Negan included. The damn Negan. I don't know if any of you guys watched The Walking Dead, but I actually like Negan pretty good. So anybody that placed in the top 3,000 did get a new mask. It looks pretty awesome if you ask me. I think it's a little bit cooler than the last mask that we got from the previous Queen's Cup. So let me know in the comments if you guys placed in the top 3,000. And I'm sure most of you guys know about this by now, but this is probably some of the most exciting information that we've got in a while. We will soon be celebrating the English language version 1-year anniversary, which is basically the global release, which is on January the 24th, if you guys did not know, which is exactly 1 week, 7 days after the new banner on the 17th. So it kind of makes sense. So to commemorate this special occasion, figures for that legendary Pokemon we've all been waiting for will come to Pokemon Duel. So it looks like it's going to be an event. It says the awesome event will be packed with other cool stuff too, so stay tuned for that. So I'm pretty excited to see what they're gonna do with it. So it would be kind of safe to say that they're not going to be included in the new banner here in the next couple of days on the 17th. They're probably going to save it for the event, so I don't know if you're going to have to get lucky to pull them, how that's going to work, but I'm thinking Mega Mewtwo X is going to be the stronger of the two, because it does have a higher strength stat, where Mega Mewtwo Y has higher speed stats and special attack. So the Mega Mewtwo Y may have, like a really good purple, could be 3 MP. It's just kind of speculation. But if you want, go ahead and, because they try to stay true to the Pokemon's stats from like the main series and whatnot. So, you can kind of make an educated guess on what their wheel is going to look like based off their stats. So go ahead and check that out. Maybe I'll leave a link to one of the web pages that I found. And I just want to show this real quick. I mean, look at all these guys here at the top. All these poor players that's worked so hard to get in the top 100, they nerfed the monthly ranking rewards again. It was 30, they increased it to 50, dropped it back down to 30, and now it's down to 20. In place of some Carmonite, they did put a UX cube in, which isn't nearly as valuable as the EX cube in my opinion. But it's like, what's the point at this point, to grind hard and try to get in the, the top ranks if they're just going to keep nerfing the rewards? When it was 50 tickets, you could get 2,500 material every month. So like every 2 months, you could definitely craft a UX figure. You could get a Mega. You can get an EX figure for 4,000, and you still have 1,000 left over, so that kind of stacks up over time. I mean, they've already nerfed the time boosters. The win streak boosters from the gym suck anymore. Like, nobody's really pulling any figures, and now the one way we had to earn new figures and materials in that by playing and having skill, they continue to just... I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think 300 Carmonite and a UX cube and some, metal and ingots is worth it? I don't think so. But let me know what you guys think. We're going to get into some duels, guys. I have a few duels that I want to show you guys. I have a new deck that I put together. I did try out double Rowlet into Decidueye, because I do have 2 Decidueye now, but for some reason I couldn't find the match. I have a ton of videos saved on my phone though, so maybe I need to go through and look a little bit harder. But I do have some pretty exciting duels to show you guys. It's kind of an unlimited max revive deck with the Delibird and Ho-Oh with the Mega Sceptile, and trying out that molting energy. Evolved Galvantula is pretty good, guys. When you can throw down some paralysis, and it doubles its wheel, so it can hit for 140 damage. So his Deoxys attack form is coming right out. Now he could potentially lose this match if he respins me. Yeah, he's gonna respin me because he loses. If I hit Stealth Hit here, I can go into Mega Sceptile and just straight out win. But he spins us into just a single Leaf Blade, and we lose the roll. But that was a horrible play by our opponent. He could have lost the game right then and there. So I'm trying to basically get this Rowlet thrown into the PC, so whenever it leaves the PC, it's going to evolve into Dartrix. So I'm going to come out with the Scyther, go for the Metal Coat, evolve into Scissor, which, like, on paper, guys, like, Scissor should be pretty good. It's not a bad figure, but for some reason, like, I just haven't been liking it. I really haven't. And he's going to get the double Leaf Blade, and we get the Bullet Punch, so we get knocked out. And honestly, guys, I have not had that cracked marker work out yet. So, you know, I've just been trying to, you know, play around with a different deck. You guys know that I run the Phantom Energy deck in League, but I just kind of wanted to try a few different decks. You know, I am getting a little bit bored with playing with the same figures. So, you know, I definitely wanted to see how good this deck felt before, you know, taking it into League. And I've been trying to put together a few decks. So I have a couple of decks that I am ready to take into League that are kind of similar to, you know, the Phantom Energy deck, but I do have another deck that's not a Phantom Energy deck that I do want to try. And so he uses the X speed, and we get the one clutch roll that we needed. We needed to hit the dodge. So I had to cover up the goal with the Delibird so we don't lose, and we paralyzed that Lunala, so I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, I did evolve Mega Sceptile so I could get my PC cleared out. I do have Long Throw as well. I attack with Ho-Oh because we have a good chance of knocking out the Lunala, but we hit a miss. And I'm going to go ahead and move up, risk getting surrounded because I feel like we have like almost like a 90% chance of knocking out that Lunala as long as we don't hit dodge. And of course we hit the dodge, so we're going to get surrounded. And this is looking like GG, boys. I do have the Long Throw. Maybe this wasn't the best spot to Long Throw, but I felt like I had a pretty good shot at knocking out that Lunala, which we do. And now he's going to move up the Deoxys attack form. So that was kind of my oversight, but we hit the dodge, so I'm like, okay, he's going to get a cracked marker as long as we hit the dodge again. And we actually hit the dodge again, so I'm like, all right, let's go. So let's see if this cracked marker can come in clutch for us. If we get this roll, we can definitely come back. And we do. So I'm like, don't see it. Hey, we lose the roll, right? No. He knows. He's not dumb. And he re-spins us into a dodge, which now he's just going to surround us with his Oricorio. The Oricorio. And he's going to attack our Joltik. And yeah, we're pretty screwed, guys. I mean, my Delibird, you know, he's alright, but he's definitely not able to knock out all of that backup. So I just forfeit. GG to Joker. We get destroyed. Probably made some questionable plays, but, you know, it's the name of the game. You can't win them all, right? So we're going to jump into another duel, continue to try this deck out. And, you know, the Greninja and the Latios, you know, not that great, right? And, you know, the Yveltal's not too bad. Deoxys attack form, he's got the Grovyle into Sceptile and the Virizion. So, I don't know, like, it just seems like this deck struggles a little bit. Like, it's more of a stall deck, you know, because you would think, like, oh, hey, I can have unlimited max revives. I can have unlimited Mega Sceptiles. Like, that's a good deck, right? And we get lucky right there. And, we do get the evolution into Dartrix without having to have him go to the PC. And it was a decent matchup, you know, because Grovyle has a good size dodge. But yeah, guys, I don't know. This deck, it just doesn't play. You know, like when you build a good deck, you can just kind of feel it. Like even if you're losing, you can feel it though. It's just like, you know, hey, this deck plays pretty smooth. I like the way that it feels, you know, and I feel like if I can just get some decent RNG that I can definitely win. But I don't really get that feeling with this deck. And maybe I'm just not using it properly because, you know, I generally find a good deck that works really well. And he gives us a huge opportunity to win, but we don't land the Rainbow Wing. I wish we did, because that would have been a nice little cheese win. So we are going to get our Decidueye. Fully evolved Decidueye is really good, guys. Okay, so right here, I go Mega Sceptile. We're going to get our Ho-Oh back, and it's a pretty decent defense against that Virizion. I definitely didn't want to trust Joltik guarding the goal all on his own. So then I'm going to come out with the Decidueye. We get the knockout on Virizion because of his ability, and we're going to attack this Greninja. Can we get a double KO? And yes, we do. He doesn't go God mode. Lucky enough. So we just cleared up our entry point from that Virizion. That was really nice. So I'm going to move up with the Decidueye. And we have a decent shot of winning here. He hits Dimensional Slip. Is he going to respin us? No. Okay, so he's smart enough. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move up. And I'm going to make him retreat back to his goal. Okay. Now I thought about attacking, but I do kind of want to get my Scissor into action. And he hits the dodge. So we've been getting some pretty lucky rolls against this Deoxys attack form. So I'm going to go Metal Coat. I want to try to get that cracked marker to work, guys. Like, you know, Scissor's not a bad wheel. He's got a decent gold, especially with Steel Energy. I'm not running Steel Energy, but, you know, Steel Energy you can hit for 120, which still isn't going to be amazing against Deoxys attack form, but it's a really good counter to Lunala, which most people are using now. And he hits the quick attack again. We hit the 110, and then he hits the dodge. So, okay, so he survives. So what I do, move over, take the entry point, and now I'm going to take this entry point. So he needs to clear off one of us, and he hits the quick attack again. So this guy, he's been getting some pretty bad rolls. His Deoxys hasn't been able to get a knockout, and he's just been landing some pretty bad rolls. And he lands the 102 Dragon Breath against our 111. So our Crushing Squeeze is going to send him flying off the board, guys. And we're looking pretty good. We move up the Ho. He's going to attack our Decidueye. And we land our Phantom Arrow into his Oblivion Wing, which is going to knock us out. But I'm going to just move up again with our Ho. So I'm like, come on, hit that Dark Mist. But no, he hits the Oblivion Wing again. Knocks out our Ho. So I'm left with a decision here, guys. I'm thinking about it. I go ahead, I move up because he does have the hurdle jump, and we land our Bullet Punch into his purple, so we knock him out. So all we need to do is for this Deoxys to land dodge or D-slip, and he lands the dodge. That Deoxys attack, see, that's why like I originally stopped using Deoxys, because anytime I really needed him, he would slip or dodge and just never get the knockout. So feels bad for our opponent, man. He got some pretty unfortunate RNG. So just kind of really wanted to show you guys how RNG can dictate the matchups. So this is going to be our third match of the video, guys. And I'm using a little bit of a different deck now. It's not a Phantom Energy deck. Now this is in one of the hall matches where, you know, it's the Aqua Hall. So you couldn't use any duplicates, no duplicate figures, no duplicate plates. And you couldn't use, like, I think Gengar, Coco. Who's the other one? Gengar, Coco. I can't remember. But that's the deck that I came up with. And I decided to put Magikarp into Gyarados. And I'm like, you know, what are the odds of seeing the dragons, right? And we come across the dragons. So I'm like, oh my god. Because that's like pretty much why nobody uses Magikarp Gyarados anymore. Because it's still a good figure against a lot of Pokemon. But when you come across those dragons, it's really bad. So I X attack my Lunala for the simple fact that the Oricorio is going to give him a buff. God, I hate that PAL style. But lucky enough that the plate worked out, so I'm like, before he has a chance to overdrive, I'm going to attack again, and we do get the knockout. But we are going to get burned, guys. So, I don't know. Double KO, I think it was worth it. Yeah, and you can't use Gold Block or Max Revive, which is pretty nice. So he's going to attack. So I just want to land the Moongeist. But we land Miss. But lucky enough, he lands Fly. So I'm going to continue to move up with the Solgaleo. He's going to cover up the goal with his Lunala. And looks like I'm going to double chance into this Oricorio. Because if he lands that purple, we have a really good shot at landing our gold to knock him out. But of course he roosts. But he's not going to be able to surround us. He's going to attack our Lunala again, because I'm like, alright, Moongeist, so we can take over the entry point. Or no, we'd probably have to move back with Mew, so we don't get surrounded. But he lands Fly again, so I'm going to go ahead and bring out Magikarp. And he gets the knockout. So I'm like, okay. At least Resh is not on the field, so we don't get banished. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go ahead and cover up the goal while I have the opportunity, and he's going to come over and attack. So this is pretty much going to be a double KO. Yeah, I mean, because I'm going to land the Sunsteel, and so he landed Sunsteel as well. So I'm going to back up so my Mew doesn't get surrounded. I like Sableye up against the Deoxys attack form. So I'm going to go ahead and take the entry point, and I attack. Hoping for that D-slip, and we get it. So I'm like, all right. And he's going to spin something like, come on, get the gold. No, we land the Confuse Ray and just cancel it out. So he's going to move up. Now here, guys, I make a huge misplay. I should have brought out Mimikyu, because what he should have did is he should have took his Zekrom and moved him up where my Mimikyu is right now. Lucky enough he didn't do that, because he would have put us into a surround situation, and I would have had to get that Deoxys to slip, or that would have been GG. We would have got surrounded. And so, you know, we lose our disguise marker. So yeah, that was a pretty big misplay on my part. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to attack this Oricorio again. We hit the Shuttle Flip. So I'm like, okay, you know what? He may knock out our Mimikyu. So I'm going to Shuttle Flip here. And then if our Mimikyu gets knocked out, I'm going to have to go after and attack the Deoxys and hope for a slip. And he lands the Fly. Gonna spin again. And he lands the Fly again. So he's going to knock out our Magikarp. I'm going to have to slide over with Mimikyu. So I'm like, oh my god. If he gets D-slip here, though, we're going to be in a really good spot. If he knocks us out, we're going to be in a horrible spot. Because he stuns the Oricorio Pow Style on the field, and he lands the D-slip. Because our Lunala would not have been able to knock out that Deoxys. Because Pow Style just gives it too much of a buff, and we lose. We're going to land the Shuttle Flip. And I'm going to move in with the Sableye, because I feel like my Sableye can withstand against any of these attacks. And he lands the D-slip again, so that is GG. You know, when you win the rolls, guys, it's easy to win matches, even when you make some misplays. So, you know, it's fun. I like playing some of these new Hall matches. Now, guys, this is the special treat that I wanted to show you guys. This is from my buddy Care Bear, okay? This is his deck. He's the N, so he's the red opponent. And then, taking a look at the plates, you know, he's got the Steel Energy, Max Revive, you know, pretty standard plate setup. He's got the Magearna, level 5. He's got the Beldum all the way up in the Metagross. Matang looking strong. He did expand the Tractor Beam, which is smart because you do evolve off the Tractor Beam. And then look at that Metagross, 170 damage. It's going to be hitting for 180 with Steel Energy. And he's got the Cobalion. He's got the Onix into the Steelix, the Solgaleo level 5. Yeah, look at this Onix into the Steelix. So that thing's going to be hitting for 154 with Steel Energy. The Steelix strong, and it's really good against the Cobalion, right next to the Cobalion, because it's not able to get knocked out from gold attacks, right? So and then we have Deoxys, Gengar into Mega Gengar, level 5, chain level 1, level 5, no chain levels. Blaziken, this is level 5, yeah. Oh, Kimbuskin. Kimbuskin was the other figure I don't think you were able to use in the Hall match. That's what I was trying to think of. You couldn't use Coco, Gengar, or Kimbuskin. So we're gonna take a look at this match, guys. It's a really good match. Definitely stick around for this one. Better than the other matches that I showed from my duels, but those were pretty good matches. But this match is really good. So he's gonna go ahead. He's gonna pull the Metal Coat plate and evolve right into Steelix. Okay, X speed coming off, and now he's going to be hitting for 100, or no, what is he going to be hitting, 90? Yeah, 90. So that was a little unfortunate, guys. I mean, you know, he had a good shot at hitting the Cyclone Kick or his Jet Kick, but he hits the Flare Blitz, and he's going to go ahead and Goal Block. And, dude, both of these Deoxys are level 10, and the one is a chain level 10. So the opponent is going to go with Mega Gengar. It's going to try to knock out the Solgaleo. I think I would have went for the Cobalion, yeah, for that reason. Sunsteel Strike going to send him to the PC, so he's not even able to hold the Solgaleo captive in his PC. And he's going to Max Revive right away. And he's going to bring out the Magearna. It's a pretty cool Steel Energy deck. I really like this deck. And he's going to get the Dimensional Slip. Okay, and for some reason, like, that must have been a misclick or something. Like, he doesn't even try to respin him. Like, I could see him trying to respin him into the Flare Blitz before he himself tries to respin his own attack, but he just chooses neither on both, so it's kind of weird. And Care Bear's Magneton actually gets the freeze, which is nice to see, man, because it gets so frustrating. And look at that, 140 Flare Blitz, because he's a chain level 10 Solgaleo with the Steel Energy, just so strong. Yeah, that's one annoying thing. I mean, it's kind of nice that you're able to attack, you know, the Deoxys and not able to switch with their Cosmo Energy, you know, for trying to attack the speed forms. But it's just like really annoying when they don't Dimensional Slip. So he does pressure the goal, and the opponent does have Goal Block, and for some reason he attacks the defense form. So I don't know if he meant to do that or not, but I definitely would not have attacked there. And lucky he hit miss, because he could have hit counter easily. So he's going to go ahead, he's going to move back, take the entry point, and now he's going to move up and attack the speed form, which he has a really solid chance of knocking out, and he does. 140 Flare Blitz, guys. Super strong. Yeah, it's kind of nice too that, you know, you can't fly or do a Typhoon Slash. Oh my god, and he hits and miss. But yeah, when the Deoxys slip and they just get weights and they stay there, it's so annoying. I don't know, but he's in a pretty bad spot, guys. And he gets the dig. Now this is interesting. I always thought you had to move through the battle opponent, but you only have to move through an adjacent figure. So when you hit the dig, like, you know, maybe you guys knew that and I just didn't know, but that was something I kind of learned. And look at that, 172 Fleur Cannon. But it doesn't go off, so he is going to maintain that buff. He is not going to lose it. And he gets the double dodge with the Cobalion, and that was so clutch. And he hits the shift gear, but fortunately, the Deoxys hits dodge, so he's not going to have that huge miss. He hits another dodge. But his luck runs out, and he hits the Swords of Justice, and his Cobalion is gone. So now he's got his Steelix, and he's just going to kind of try to waste a little bit of time here. Unfortunately, we cannot see what the time is, but I have a feeling Care Bear is going to be up on time. Look at that, 154 Gyro Ball, and he lets him get the knockout. He doesn't even try to respin him. I think he wanted to get the Gengar because he is going to try to move up, and I think he's going to try to surround the Magearna, and Care Bear knows this, so he's like, you know what, I just got to attack. And he gets the 154 Gyro Ball, knocks that Gengar back to the PC. So now he's going to move up with the Deoxys, and he doesn't have a hurdle jump or anything, so he cannot surround that Magearna, so he's going to be able to continue to waste turns. He's going to respin. He's going to get the 3-star dig, so he's just going to continue to move back and forth, wasting time, trying to time the opponent out. Like, this looks like pretty much GG boys, right? No! He's going to get the 154 Gyro Ball again. Just smacks that Deoxys attack form back to the PC. Now he's going to cover up the goal with the Magearna, and he's going to be in a position. Now, he's probably trying to go for the gold on purple, but he gets the dig. So, as you can see, there wasn't anything next to him, so he had to take that move there. So now he's just going to take the slow march up. He's like, alright, I got to move back. He has to attack here. At least the defense form is going to get weight. And he's only 1 MP, so it's going to take a couple turns to try to get that surround on the Magearna. And he gets the pull in on the counter, so they're both going to go back to the bench. Well, he's going to go to the bench. Deoxys is, the defense form is going to go to the PC because it's not a knockout. Otherwise, that Shelter would have been able to keep him on the field. So that's the cool thing about that pull-in. It's not a knockout. It's just like a Cyclone Kick. And he gets it again, sends Deoxys attack form to the PC. So now he's going to move out with the Magneton, and he's got his entry port cleared up. He's got all his figures back out onto the field. What a clutch comeback, guys. I mean, he's still got a lot of work ahead of him. But, I I mean, it was just looking pretty bad. And he gets another freeze. I'm like, dude, like, your Magneton is trained very well. Mine only seems to want to paralyze like 90% of the time. And he's going to get a surround on the attack form. He's going to swing over here. He's going to attack this speed form here and try to get an evolution, but it just goes neutral. He gets to shift gear against the jet kick, which is kind of unfortunate because he could have got a nice knockout there. And look at that Flare Cannon. Flare Blitz, not strong enough for the Flare Cannon. 148, and he's going to go ahead and take that entry point, and the opponent is so discouraged that he just straight out forfeits. And I think he was really low on time, but what a match. Like, GG to Care Bear and his opponent, but, I mean, you know, his opponent was a little bit of a sore loser, I think. But, like, hey, man, he got the right rolls. He had some good matchups. He got backed into a corner, and he hung on. He didn't give up. He hung in there and was able to come back, and the opponent got so mad that they just forfeit. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new video that I post. Follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't already. If you don't use Twitter, just leave a comment below. And until the next one, later, guys.